we had some more news that you might find interesting. R. Kelly is kicked off of Spotify playlists.
And Monica Lewinsky is uninvited to an event just because former President Bill Clinton also invited.
That's right. Joining us to talk about that, Heidi Hamilton from Dish Nation and Frosty, Heidi and Frank on KLOS. Okay, we're going to start with R. Kelly. They're not banned. He's not banned, just from playlists.
He'll still be on Spotify. Yeah, so he'll still be on, his music will still be on Spotify, but he will not. You know when you're on Spotify and maybe you like a certain artist, and so other artists who are similar to them will come up if you want to play, and it'll be on playlists and stuff. Well, Spotify is now saying that R. Kelly's not going to be on any playlists. You can still find his music, but you've got to look for it. And either 70, I think there are 75 million paid subscribers to Spotify, and they're not going to put him on playlists, and they're not going to promote his music, but they're not going to completely take him off either.
Yeah, some serious accusations against him for a long time now.
A long time. I mean, he was acquitted of the child porn charges back in 2008. But there have been, we talked about it a lot on Dish Nation too, where there are accusations that he is basically the head of a sex cult, that he holds women against their will, that he rapes women, and a couple of women have come forward, and R. Kelly is completely denying that, saying that's not happening at all. Anything that's going on, you know, women are there willingly. So Spotify is like maybe erring on the side of caution, like we don't know, so we're not going to get rid of his music because we don't want to do that either. But you know, we
so
don't
that's
want
the gray area.
We don't want to promote him.
He's never been convicted, but these allegations have haunted him and followed him for a
right.
long time.
And you know, when we were talking too on Dish, and we were sort of got in kind of a heated argument where there were, you know, talks about, can you separate what somebody does in their personal life with what they with their art? I have a tough time separating. If I find something bad about something, I'm like, well, I'm not going to support their music, or I'm not going to support their movie. Where others were like, you know, when we were talking on Dish, it's like, no, you should be able to separate. If you like R. Kelly music, listen to R. Kelly music and don't think about what he has or hasn't allegedly done. Some people have a harder time with that.
Spotify, they haven't done this before, right?
Not to my knowledge. No, they don't make a habit of doing that.
It's a big move.
But yeah, it is a huge move, but they're in this, like, you know, we don't want to be involved in any sort of hate speech or hate, like, you know, going against people of sexual orientation or the religion or whatever. I guess this somehow falls under that. Like, listen, I don't know if that's true, so we're just going to err on the side of caution and not promote his music.
That costs him some money.
So if you want R. Kelly music, I mean, you're going to find it on Spotify, but you have to go look for it.
Okay, Heidi, so Monica Lewinsky gets an invite and then gets a big snub, all at the same time. What happened there?
Well, Town and Country magazine, they were having a philanthropy summit. Monica Lewinsky was invited because she's all about social change, and she does go around the country and do all these, you know, speaking engagements. So they invited her to go. She said, yes, I'll be there. Then I guess somebody in the party planning situation also invited Bill Clinton.
And he said yes.
And he RSVP'd, sure, I'll be there. And then somebody had to go, ugh.
This is going to get awkward.
Yeah, like, oh.
That's exactly how they did it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What do we do? If we're going to choose between two, of course we want former President Bill Clinton there. So they reach out to her and say, oh, you know, whoopsie, you're uninvited.
And she tweeted about that. She was none too happy about that.
Yeah, she tweeted about it, going, I cannot believe this day and age, you know, especially when you're inviting me there to talk about social change, that you're going to uninvite me. Yeah. And then, you know, everyone's like, do you think Bill Clinton had a hand in going, well, she's going to be there, I'm not going to be there? I don't think he cared. And even his press secretary said, listen, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know Monica Lewinsky was going to be there.
There's one other interesting thing, though, too. They try to sort of, smooth things over with her, saying, we'd like you to write a column for us. And she was like, forget that.
Yeah, no.
After you snub, I'm not going to.
Right. She said something like, what would Emily Post think about this, you know, like manners-wise? I mean, listen, I'm sure it would have been maybe a little bit awkward, but maybe it's a big enough event that they could have avoided each other. And also remember, it's 20 years ago.
But you know what? Every media report would be Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky at the same event.
Attend the summit
back together again.
Right.
That's
the
Dan.
headline right there.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
So
but
I guess
not back together again.
Yeah, no, they were. Are they ever together?
Back together under the same.
Depends on what the word is.
You see my point. You see the problem.
They were just going to, try to avoid it altogether, I guess. Yeah.
There you go.
I would have kind of liked to have seen that, though.
That would have been
just the meeting, you know,
just
like,
to see.
Hi, good to see you. Awkward handshake.
Like one pump handshake, like that's it.
And there's that one photo that gets out there.
Oh, exactly.
All right. You can hear Heidi every morning on Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on 95.5 KLOS Radio.
And you can see her weeknights at 11:30 on Dish Nation, right here on Fox 11. Heidi, thank you.
Always
Anytime.
fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.